was you, LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year, and 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but, yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder, trying to...
The intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
It's almost as if Darren Lee said, welcome to the new NFL when he was drafted in 2016. He was a high school cornerback, moved outside linebacker in college, and now plays inside linebacker in the NFL. Speed, speed, speed is his stock and trade.
And this one's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York Jets taking the field. We'll see what they can do here on offense in just a second. You look at their quarterback position in total, though. You had Josh McCown making 13 starts last year, but he'll be a free agent coming up, and he's going to be 39 years old next year.
And Bryce Petty ended up making 3 starts. Remember Christian Hackenberg, who was drafted in the 2nd round 2 drafts ago? Never got on the field again this season. So when you're looking at what they're going to do, you have to think quarterback figures prominently into their draft pick, and they should have a very high draft pick this year. But I wouldn't let McCown go just yet because they've shown no confidence in Hackenberg, and Bryce Petty didn't exactly light it up when he was on the field as well.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Petty now. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
This is the running back Powell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really should he have to have on that play before they overwhelmed him?
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Petty. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Dumps off to Powell. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit for Todd Bowles. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Before this next series gets going here offensively, what about that Saints-Vikings game?
There's so many different ways we can go and so many comments we can start with, but I hope you don't mind me starting with this one. Never in the history of the NFL, all right, did we ever think that Drew Brees could lead a team that scores and leaves just 29 seconds on the clock, and he left too much time for Case Keenum. Think about that.
Yeah, and
right?
Just the end of that game, you know, we say it all the time, but you live for those moments. Now, you also got to remember, for the Saints, and we're thinking about the Vikings, for the Saints, what heartbreak.
Heartbreak for Marcus Williams, especially the safety. People are going to identify him as the key. But there's one thing to keep in mind. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end for the Vikings, ran about a 7-yard route, and someone from the Saints defense jumped him and actually weakened the back end of that defense and left it in a 2-on-2 situation, and the Vikings took advantage of it.
One we'll be talking about for years.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Room here to run, and he is level. Knocked down hard. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Foles. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages is a pass that gets fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Foles. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York Jets working their way back onto the field, and last year a 3-2 start, very promising start, but then a 2-9 finish the rest of the way. Now Todd Bowles, Charles, was given the vote of confidence. He'll be back in 2018.
And I think it's a good vote of confidence and for the right reasons. Remember, before the season, how many times have we joked that everyone talked to said the Jets would go 0-16.
Yeah.
They were very competitive throughout the year.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. Well, allow us to sidestep the action on the field for a second. Look at the NFC Championship game coming up. Minnesota, Philadelphia. What do you think, Davis?
How about this? 2 13-win teams going at each other. How about what could have been in the Final Four? If Pittsburgh had beaten Jacksonville, all 4 teams would have been 13-3.
Yeah.
What a phenomenal season. But even more so when you think about Case Keenum, quarterback of the Vikings, Nick Foles, quarterback of the Eagles. Neither was a starter when the season began, and both were recent teammates with the Los Angeles Rams.
And no one seems to be giving Philadelphia really much of a chance. They didn't last game against Atlanta. They were wearing the dog masks, saying they were underdog after the game, so they've got a chip on their shoulder.
They certainly do, and their offensive tackle, Lane Johnson, actually sold T-shirts about the underdog. One day, nearly $60,000 raised for Philadelphia Public Schools.
Wow. It's going to be a fun one. Vikes, Eagles.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin with a carry for Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd and 5. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
You got to cash in and get some points.
Looking to throw. Caught. Seferian-Jenkins, right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle. Complete. That's Burton. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. On the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to throw. And complete over the middle. Seferian-Jenkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 44-yard line.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Got some real estate inside the 30. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that they're very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Powell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Here's Powell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown run coming from Bilal Powell. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Here's Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 8 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They run with Ajayi, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here is the punter Jones as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Out of the gun now on third down. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They run with Powell. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still third down.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Jets are going to win this football game. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen...
In your